In this lecture, we will explore some very basic Git commands, and even if they are very basic, they are like 90% of the time you will work with Git, you will work only with these commands. So let's switch to the computer and let's get started. So I'm inside my file explorer, and for keeping things organized, I will create a new folder in which I will work, and I will call this git_practice. You can call your folder whatever you like. I have this folder, and inside this folder I will start a terminal, and inside this terminal we can start to practice our Git. First of all, the first command that we will analyze is the git status, which will give us the status of our Git repository, but currently it will tell us that, hey, this is a fatal because you are not inside a Git repository. Well, let's initialize a Git repository inside our folder, and we can do this with the command git init. Alright, this initialized a repository, and this will initialize it with the master branch. This will create a master branch, and we can say that this is a Git repository because now with all this git init command did, it was create a .git hidden folder. So if you don't see this .git folder, it is because you don't see hidden folders or files inside your Explorer. But I see those. I turn this setting on, and basically this .git hidden folder will hold all the Git information about what is happening, all the history of what is happening inside this folder at this point. So we have now a repository. If now I will take the command git status, I will see that I'm on the branch master. So this is good and not good. If I want to see on which branch I am, I can also take the command git branch, and I can see that I'm on the master, but lately this is not such a politically correct word, so I want to rename this branch from master to main. Well, I can rename this branch from master to main with the command git branch -m, and now I can give the new name to my branch, so I will rename it to main. And now if I will get the command git status, I will see that now I'm on the branch main. That's great. Let's now I will clear this, and let's now add a file inside our repository for us to commit it. So I will create a new file, a very simple text file. I will call this test.txt like this, and inside this I will give it simply a hello word like this. Very simple. I will save this. So now I have a simple file inside my newly created repository. I can now see a git status. Again, it will tell me this time that, hey, now you have an untracked file. And this will suggest what I can do with this file. So I can call the command git add. And this git add command will basically stage my file for commitment. So I can call git add and my test.txt like this, or a more simple way in which I can do this is usually most people will call git add and with a dot, and this will take all the current changes and stage them. Now again, if I call git status, it will tell me that, hey, you have changes that needs to be committed, and this is my new file, and let's commit this new file. So I will clear this and call git commit, and I can call it like this, but this is a very bad practice. I should also pass a commitment message, so to know exactly what happened inside this commit. So I will say right here, added test file like this. This is my commit, and now my file is committed. The last point or the last step that I need to make is to take my repository and my file to a remote GitHub repository. We usually do this with the command git push, and this will take all our files and push them to the remote repository. But if I try to do this at this point, I will get a fatal. It will tell us that, hey, you don't have any configured push destination. So a very good option for pushing our changes and to holding our repositories is GitHub. Let's explore it in the next lecture.